Oh yeah, no doubt. Let me see. Okay, now I wanted to ask you, you worked with so many artists. Now you got a chance to work with Will Smith. If you could talk about that a little bit, how y'all connected and what was that experience like?
Will Smith um is from Philadelphia, as we all know. My management is out of Philadelphia. Shout out to Walt Reeder Jr., Big Block Entertainment, who I've been with going on 30 years now. They all knew Will Smith and them. Shout out to Charlie Mack, who is like Will's right hand man. They once again they all grew up in Philly. Um, to make a long story short, Will was here in DC doing an event, and I was asked to come and speak to him because he wanted to make me a part of a project that he was doing for a an overseas uh, uh, record or what have you that was going to be released overseas. Um, got with him, sat down and talked to him. Another incredible individual. A lot of people think that Will Smith is like this corny dude and this, that, and the other because the most time you see him, he's very well spoken and and so on and so forth. But if you get a chance to talk to him off the record, you gotta understand this dude from West Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Not the hood, middle class, but still, you know what I mean? He let's put it this way. He wouldn't sit down and talk to me and you like if we was off the record the way he would talk to Oprah or somebody like that. So I'm saying he knows how to turn it on and turn it off. And he's very, very good at it. You know, he once told me, he said, Cool, he said, man, a lot of people that see me, man, as soon as I come around, everybody just start oohing and on and this and that. And he say, I'm appreciative. He say, but for real, man, like at the end of the day, if this was over, like right now, I just go right back to West Philly and just be Will. That's it. It don't really, it don't really mean that much to him. You know what I mean? Whereas he just completely, um, is just completely oblivious to anything outside of, you know what I mean? His, how can I say, his actual superstar status or what have you. You know, like I guess in hood terms, you can say he ain't tripping for real. You know what I mean?
Oh
He's a,
yeah.
but he not tripping.
Right, most definitely. Big shout out to Will Smith, man. He's a icon, man. He could act, he could rap, he could do a lot of stuff. He could make you laugh. He's very, very talented. And I think
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, most people respect Will. We watched him grow, man, from rapping to doing his own TV show to doing movies, and he's just a phenomenal person as well. So it's good that you've been able to work with these type of people. So that lets you know what type of energy you got. You just as phenomenal and legendary and iconic as well.
I appreciate that, and a lot of people think, well, damn, cool, done this, that, and the third. You should be a lot further along. And I guess they mean where these people are like financially or status wise or what have you. And my story is a little bit different. I'm the guy that was able to make hot records, to burn these clubs up that 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 didn't have the opportunity to be on these major labels or these major independent labels with these big budgets and everything, so I could have the proper marketing and promotion that I need. So I'm saying all that to say this: my music has been and probably always will be bigger than me. You know what I mean? I feel that God or the Creator or whatever you would want to see this entity to be. I feel like He has something bigger than me than I even know, and that's why He's preserving me and keeping me around. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even trip on stuff like that. I know exactly where my place is. I know that if I walk into a room, if Jay Z is there, he's gonna stand up straight and he's gonna greet me properly. If I walk into a room and Diddy is there, or Nas, or any of these cats, any of them, you know what I'm saying? I can name so many, just start name dropping crazy. I'm not into that though. That's being a Bama. I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all that to say this: all of these dudes recognize me and give me platinum respect when I walk into a room and they recognize the fact that I'm there. So I appreciate that. That just lets me know that I've been moving properly, despite, the circumstances that I've been in. Have I had opportunities to be on some of these major label situations? Yes, I could have been signed to Def Jam back in 1989. That situation flipped upside down. Dame Dash and Jay-Z was trying to sign me to Rockefeller in 1996. The only reason why I didn't go was because I was already signed to American. But now that I look back at all the, and a few other situations, but now that I look back at these situations in hindsight, if I would have signed a Def Jam, that would have been crazy because their situation as a label was very unstable at that time, and I didn't know it. In my head, that was one of my dreams, to become an artist on Def Jam. I would have been the 6th artist signed to the label had that happened back in 1989. The Rockefeller situation with Jay-Z and Dame Dash, where we see what happened to that. So if I would have been a part of that, then I would have been caught all up in that mess. So God was like, no, I don't want you to be with none of that, because that's not going to last. I have something bigger for you. You're just going to have to trust me and hang in there and just wait on this. But continue to prepare yourself. Continue to get yourself ready, because when I do give you what I have for you, it's going to blow your mind. So I have faith in that, and I trust in that.
Oh yeah, no doubt for sure, man. I appreciate you sharing that with me. I mean, but you're right. Sometimes you just gotta trust the process and you know what I'm saying, move in a certain way. Because if you just latch on to anything, then you look in hindsight like, man, I'm glad I ain't get on that train, or you know what I'm saying. So
And just like I said, once again, in my head, damn right I wanted to sign the Def Jam. To make a long story short, I was brought to the office. I was sitting there. The national director of promotions was sitting there. He listened to the demo that I had, which was my 3rd single at the time. Man, you could have signed. We just waiting for Russell to get here. And Russell never came to the meeting. Then I seen him in 1990 at a music convention in Atlanta. A thing called, it used to be called Jack the Rapper. And to make a long story short, he told me that he wanted to sign me, but he just wasn't able to at the time. Everything had fell apart. I had no idea that him and Rick Rubin was doing this. This is by this time it was 1990 when I got a chance to see him. So once again, thank God I wasn't a part of that. The Rockefeller situation, same thing. Remember what happened to Jay-Z and Dame Dash? And there are other situations. Another Def Jam situation that could have happened. And I'm not going to throw no names out there because, this is everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why that didn't happen is because this person that could have made that happen, next thing you know, he was out of there. I didn't know this at the time. So thank God I didn't get signed to that situation then, because then that would have been, a shaky situation as well. So I tell people all the time, God always knows what he's doing. You might not understand it at the time, but the Creator always knows. And you just have to have faith in him, and you have to trust in him. It's just like you said, you have to trust the process.
no doubt, no doubt. Okay, I wanted to ask you about one more artist. Now you got a chance to work with Mya. How was that experience? How did y'all connect? And
Mya's baby sis. I knew her father, well, slightly. I used to play at a club here back in the mid '80s called the Classics, and her father was in I would say like a top 40 / jazz type band or what have you. And he used to perform at this club on Sundays. I used to see him there sometimes. And to make a long story short, he said, man, yeah, I got a daughter that sings. And this was before she was signed and whatnot. And I guess fast forward, next thing you know, she was in the music industry and she was making records and doing videos and everything. And so Obviously she knew who I was because I'm one of the artists that, she grew up listening to. You know what I mean? So she approached me about this single, and I said, well, why not? She invited me to her home. She had a beautiful home studio, and we did the record. And there you go. Record called Ayo.